Okay, ironically, I didn't heed the warnings of my computer and had no idea that my recording was about to cut out, but it did. So here we are, part two. So there's my comparison, right? Similarly, but I'm going to introduce new evidence. So I'm going to label this another C for sight, because when I'm talking about another text, I need to make sure I'm doing that. In night, Moshe the beadle returns to Saget and urges the townspeople to heed his warnings and evacuate. I no longer care to live. I am alone, but I wanted to come back to warn you. I need to include that page number because that's proper MLA citation. I've already introduced the text, so I don't need the author's last name, but I do need the page number. All right. And notice here, instead of summarizing text, I chose to include direct evidence. That's two totally different ways of citing, both equally appropriate. Here's my analysis. So I'm going to go ahead and label this E, explain. Instead of questioning what Moshe the beadle is warning, the townspeople ignore him and label him as crazy since they can't imagine such a large injustice on humanity. Okay? Both of these examples prove that lies and deceit are powerful instruments in subjugating entire communities. Now, this is probably the most important part of the analysis. This is my universal connection. Okay? This is where I'm saying this is not only an important idea in Night and in the Hangman. This is an important idea in our world, right? This is something that's universal. And if we think about this whole coronavirus pandemic, we see that, right? A lot of what I've been reading, because I do a lot of reading, a lot of what I've been reading has been cautioning people from watching too much media, right? Stay away from the news, because if you watch too much of it, two things can happen. One, we fall into this hysteria and this panic, and we're seeing that, right? And secondly, not all information is fact-checked and not all information is legitimate. So you have to consider your sources. And if lies and deceit are being spread, hysteria is going to ensue and, have consequences, right? So on a smaller scale, we're seeing that these examples are universal, all right? If you continue to have questions, feel free to email me. Still working 7 to 3, so that's primarily when I'll be checking my email, but I'll be available all day, all right? I hope to see you all soon. I hope this is going well for you, and I will check in again tomorrow.